Hello friends and welcome. Today we're going to work on an Easter craft, a cute little bunny pillow. And we're going to start with this table runner that I bought here. This is from Home Goods, and as you can see it's adorable. It's got some little beads on it and it just glitters and it's just adorable. So it is a big table runner. You could actually make two pillows out of it. So I'm going to show you how to make a pillow, and if you guys go and pick these up, you just have to cut it in half and you can make two pillows. But so let's get started. Okay, so I do have my iron here and I have it heated up. I'm having it heat up to the cotton temperature, so it should be on about medium heat, but I put it on cotton. I think that should work. And you should take it off of steam. Make sure it does not have any steam. This is a no-sew pillow. And so first we're just going to pull it off the hanger here. Ouch. I thought this was such an adorable table runner. Oh my gosh, I love it. And if you can't find a table runner, you can use other things. You can look for anything. Like kitchen towels would work, something really cute, like a pretty kitchen towel. You can do that too. Probably if you could find pretty pillowcases would be cute. You can make it from anything. You'll see. It's pretty simple. Okay, so now that that's cut off, so I'm going to just take for now and keep it folded in half. And I'm just going to cut it right in half, right down the middle here. And I'm going to stand up to make sure that I'm going to kind of pull it so that it stays kind of taut. And just go all the way across. Okay. And then it is really cute because it does have the design on that side, but it also has the design on this side too. So I'm going to save this one and probably make a second pillow for myself later. But I want to show you guys how to do it. So we're going to set this down. So now my mother-in-law is very supportive of my crafty adventures. And so she gave me a couple of old pillows that she didn't want anymore. You can go to Walmart or any of the craft stores and buy the little pillow forms that you can buy to put under here. I'm going to use the pillow that's inside here, which actually I don't believe it is a pillow. I kind of cut into it a little to see what it was already. I think it's just fiberfill, which you can use fiberfill also. This one will be kind of formed already into a pillow shape because of being in the pillow already. I'm just going to pull the whole square out. I think it might be a little big for my material. And I'm just going to toss this to the side. I don't know that I would ever need that for anything, but you never know. I'm going to throw it to the side. And as long as I still have room in my craft room, I'll leave it in there. But the day I have to clean out my craft room is the day I will start getting rid of some of the stuff I don't ever use. All right, so now that this has been cut in half, we're going to go ahead and we're going to take this half that was cut on, and we're going to take, it's called Heat Bond Ultra Hold. And I have one open over here, and we're going to go ahead and bond it with that. So what we're going to do is take this, put it to the very end, or very close to the end. I've set my iron to cotton and it was heating up, so now I'm going to go ahead and take that, and you should hold it on here for 5 seconds. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we're going to go to the other half and do the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The iron should be set where it does not have any steam coming out. Okay, so now I'm going to take my scissors and cut the heat bond right here at the end. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to pull the paper off the top of the heat bond tape. And then we're going to take our material and fold it over. And we're going to take our iron. And now that the material is on the top and not the tape or the paper, we're going to hold it for 8 seconds. So it's folded over. We're going to hold that for 8 seconds. And then we're going to come down and do the same thing on this side. We're going to count to 8. And to the edge. So it wants to pop up on the edges. So what I had done was I had bought glue sticks that had said fabric glue. And so I'm going to go ahead and put a little dab of the glue stick, the glue on the end, and push it down to hold it in place. And then we're going to do it again on this side. And hold it down. Okay. So now we're going to go ahead again and take our heat bond. Okay, so what you do is you take the other half of your material and pull it down. We want this cute little ridge where it's yellow here to show, so we're going to come down and make sure that shows and not the other side of the fabric. So now that we've done that, we want to take our heat bond again. Oh, it's right here. Okay. And we're going to start it right at the top of this, right about here. So now you can unfold it. Just stick it on there and down this way. And once again, we are going to iron that on there. Remember, we're going to count to 5. And now we're going to cut that off at the end. And we're going to do the same thing on this side. Okay. Remember to always have the fabric glue sticks for backup, because since it's a no-sew item, you can do that too. It's probably the same thing. You probably could have just used the glue, but I just wanted to show you both ways. But like it's some materials, maybe because this one's such a silky material, some of them it doesn't want to stick very well. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing on this side. We're going to take our hot iron. I have it set at cotton, remember. And then I'm going to move that, and I'm going to take my scissors, cut it off right here. Then we're going to come back to this side and pull our tape off, or, pull the paper off the top. It likes to rip sometimes. Go back and do that again. Okay. So then we want to do that on this side. Take the tape off. All right. So now we're going to take our top, fold it over again, put it where you want it. And we're going to go ahead and iron that down. Now on mine, I have little sequins on here, and I don't want to burn the sequins. So I'm going to go ahead and try to go around my sequins while I'm doing this. And now that your material is the top, and it's not just the little piece of paper over, you want to hold it down for 8 seconds, 8 to 10 seconds. And then I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Okay, so now what we're going to do, we're not going to do this part yet. We're going to tip it over. And we're going to take this ribbon. Now I bought this ribbon for $2.97, I believe. $2.97 at Walmart. And I thought it was real cute with the crisscross. So this part down here where it looks real plain at the bottom, we're going to go ahead and take this ribbon and put it across the bottom here. And so we're going to cut it the length of the bottom of our pillow and cut it across here. Okay. And then we're going to take our heat bond, the heat bond tape, and we're going to cut that the length of the pillow, maybe a tiny bit longer. But our heat bond, we're going to cut it in half because we're going to put it on each side of the ribbon, because otherwise you'll see it or it'll stick to the iron. We don't want that to happen. So we're going to cut it right down the middle, lengthwise. It doesn't have to be absolutely perfect. Okay. And then what we're going to do is move that to the side. Take our ribbon and set it down here. We're going to place the heat bond, the paper side up on each side. You can do them one at a time if you feel better about that. I'm going to try to do mine both at the same time. And just kind of hold it in place. Take your iron and set it on top. Make sure everything's placed correctly. Oh, that one was not. Okay, and then we're going to count to 5. Wow, this is the most ironing I've done in a long time. I don't usually iron stuff too much. Okay. So now we're going to see how the tape is longer than the ribbon. We're just going to cut those off. Make it even with our ribbon. Okay, so then we're going to pull the tape off the back of our transfer, our bond, Ultra Bond hold tape. There we go. There's one. And we're going to do the same with the other side. Sometimes it's hard to get a hold of. There we go. Oops, only half of it came off. So then you just go back to the other side. Come on, tape. Okay, there we go. Okay, so now we're going to take our ribbon, set it at the bottom, wherever we decide we want it. So I'm going to go kind of, well, right about here. Can you see that? So I left like about an inch, I'd say. And I'm going to take my iron and iron the ribbon down. Let me move it closer over here so it's evenly distributed. Okay. All right. So now I'm going to go ahead. Okay. So now the next thing is we're going to put a couple buttons on there to make it look like it's been sewn and it has buttons. So I had bought a pack of 6, let's see, it's La Bouton, it looks like it is what it's called, but there were 6 of these in there, and we're going to use 3 of them. And then I had this, it's kind of like a yarn. You can use a yarn or you can use thread if you want to, or string even if you want to. Try to pick something that kind of matches your project so that, you know, it matches and looks cute. This was free. It's Covington. I just remember getting it for free in some kit. I don't even remember, but you can use any string, any thread, or any yarn you want. We're going to make it look like these buttons were sewed on. So we're going to thread our yarn or thread or whatever it is you're using and go through one of the buttonholes, bring it to the very end. Make sure that it's cut even at the end. Okay, so then we're going to just take our hot glue gun and we're going to put a tiny bit of glue here to hold your string in there. Okay. I've been using another glue stick to push down to push it down onto the hot glue so you don't burn your fingers. We're going to just go ahead and cut off the excess yarn that we don't need and throw it to the side. Okay, so now what we're going to do, now that it's hot glued inside there, we're just going to go ahead and make a crisscross inside our button, just like this. See, so that it looks like it's sewn. And then we're going to go ahead and cut it off and glue that the little end of the yarn, we're going to glue it down. Okay, so once you've done that, we're going to go ahead and place it on our ribbon down here. We're going to put some more glue. Remember, I put fabric glue sticks in here. You can buy those at Michael's, Joann Fabrics, or Hobby Lobby. So now we're going to put another big glob of glue. I mean, I'm sure you could probably use regular hot glue too, but the fabric ones will stick much better. So we're going to go right where we think is the center of our ribbon, and we're going to place that button there. That's our first button. We're going to do 2 more buttons after that. So we're going to do the same thing with these 2 buttons. Okay, so once you've gotten your cute little buttons to look like they were sewn, like that, we're going to go ahead and add the last 2 onto our project. And so I'm going to see where all the pretty flowers are, I'm going to go to the bottom of that, and I'm going to stick one there and one on the other side. One right here. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side, approximately the same spot. And so that's what it looks like so far. It makes it look like you could flip it up and there's a pillow in there. It just makes it look a little more dressy and cute. So the front looks real pretty. Now we're going to take and we're going to stuff it. So we're going to come down to the bottom and we're going to take you'll either have a pillow form. If you get a pillow form, make sure you measure the size of the material that you bought to make sure you get the right one for inside, because they do sell them in different sizes. But otherwise, you can just buy fiberfill, okay, which was what was inside the pillows that my mother-in-law gave me. And so we're going to go ahead and fill ours with the fiberfill, because that's what I have. I'm going to push it inside. And I'm going to push it to the ends. And I realize that my ends are going to be a little pointy. They'll look kind of dressy, actually, like that. But normally, you would turn your material inside out and bond the sides and then turn it back the other way, and it wouldn't have these. But I like having this rim or this little ribbon ridge that's on it. I didn't want to ruin that. I wanted that to be on there. So, more. And I'm going to just stuff it as far as I think it looks pretty. And if you have any little ribbons, or not ribbons, any thread hanging out from where you cut your material, just cut them off. I think I do have to open the other pillow and take a little more of the stuffing. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and open this one also and use some of the stuffing out of it. And you just eye it. It's as full as you want it, however full you want it. If you want it really crammed in there in a real puffy, cute pillow, if you want, for this one, I want it to stand straight up and be cute like that. So I'm going to stop probably there. And then I'm going to take some more of the heat bond, and I'm going to place it inside the pillow here and go make sure that I have it placed correctly and or cut correctly. So I'm going to go inside the pillow here and I'm going to cut it the size of the pillow. I'm going to turn it around so I can see it though. All right. So I'm going to cut it the size of the pillow. If it ends up being a tiny bit longer than the pillow, it's okay. You can cut it off after you iron it on also. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and use my iron again. And I'm ironing the heat bond again to the end of the pillow. I will show you when I get it situated. And I am going to count to 5. Okay. And then I'm going to take the paper tape off the top of it. Let me show you first how I have it situated. See how you can see the tape on here? It's right towards the edge. Okay, so now I'm going to pull the paper off the top of that. There we go. And throw that to the side. And then I'm going to take the top and I'm going to position the pretty little ribbon part. I'm going to position it the way I want it on my pillow. I'm going to push the stuffing in and position that. So I want it to look like that. And so that's where I'm going to hold it with my iron. Now when you do your iron, remember 8 to 10 seconds because you're on top of the material now. All right, I'm going to give it 1 or 2 minutes to dry. Because it's really hot and I want it to stay bonded. All right. All right, so this is our finished product. I hope you guys enjoyed this craft. If you did, please like, subscribe, share with your friends, and, well, I'll see you next time. Have a great night. Bye.